Hi there, my name is Jolene Stevens. I am a vacation planner with goMagic. I want to talk strollers with you today, and I'm going to be honest. As my kids have grown, I have a different perspective on strollers. So I used to be in the camp of just bring your stroller, bring your stroller, bring your stroller. And I will say, if you have little ones, so if you have kids who are typically riding in the stroller around the mall, definitely bring your stroller because I think that you're going to want it going through the airport and then going from the where you land to Disney's Magical Express. That's typically a pretty far walk, and so having that stroller is really nice. And then also once you get to the resort, it's nice having a stroller to get you from the front desk to your room. Now, there's the other option of not bringing your stroller and renting a stroller once you get there. Just know that obviously it's not, you don't have access to it until you are at your resort. There's lots of different providers down there in Florida. We can help you with which one to choose. But that is also a super convenient way, if you don't want to bring it on the plane, to have a good stroller once you get to the resort. But then I will tell you, this is where my mind has changed, because I now have a 4 and a 7-year-old. And I used to think, well, at 7, my kid is going to be walking the parks every day. And now that I have a 7-year-old, because as moms, sometimes that's what happens, is when you actually have kids, things change. But I have found that renting a stroller in the park for me has worked really well for those ages. And here's the reason why. Is because my kids can walk from the bus into the park. That's not where they get tired. They get tired in the park when we're walking from attraction to attraction, and there have been multiple days of walking. And by the end of our last trip, it was like, yeah, I'm getting a stroller. I'm getting a double stroller. They're both kind of piling in there. And that's true for Walt Disney World. You can get a double stroller, and it's just basically like a big one seat. Whereas at Disneyland, I think that they only have single strollers. So that's kind of the downside of that. But I would put both kids in it. And then at the end of the day, we would return the stroller and we would walk to the bus, because that wasn't a huge deal to my kids. They still had the ability to walk. It was just nice for them to be able to take some walking breaks during the day. So, and the other thing that I'm going to say is, as far as if you are going to bring your stroller, couple things to think about is I always like the lightweight ones. So there's a Chico stroller that I absolutely love because it's a little bit more robust, but it's not bulky. And I like those. One, I think that I don't want a bigger stroller, because sometimes in the crowds, it's hard to maneuver a larger stroller. So those big 2-kid bob strollers, that's hard in a crowd to get around. But if that's what you've got, that's what you've got, that you work with it. But if you were going to choose, if you're going to say, okay, which strollers do we bring? I like bringing the lightweight. I also, when I have 2 kids and they were itty bitty, I liked to have 2 separate strollers, because oftentimes the 1 or 18-month-old would fall asleep, but the 3-year-old was still up and wanted to do things. And so it was nice because then we could split. And I really appreciated that. So that's also something to think about. So hopefully you found this helpful. If you have any other questions or want me to cover something else, let me know. Comment below, and I'll be more than happy to cover it. All right, have a great day. Bye.